told you guys that I wanted to come to Georgia, that there was a couple of places that I wanted to film. Well, that's where I'm at today. Today, we're in Hawkins, Indiana, or as it's known on most US maps, Jackson, Georgia. I'm back today to do the Stranger Things Season 3 filming locations. That's right, Season 3 was huge, and we're gonna check out all the locations. Again, I did do a Stranger Things Season 1 filming locations that you can see right here. Today we're mainly gonna focus on a lot of the areas from Season 3. Some of it will overlap. Stranger Things is just an awesome show. If you haven't seen it, you're missing out. You know how I do my filming locations already, I don't have to tell you. This is kind of jumping back a little bit because I'm not going to record an opening until I get to where we're going in a little bit. But the sun's just now coming up super early in the morning. To be honest, I'm still kind of tired from the last trip, but this one's happening today. Stranger Things Season 3 filming locations. It's going to be great. We're getting in the car and we're headed to Indiana. Hawkins, Indiana is actually Jackson, Georgia, and the surrounding metro Atlanta area. The very first shot that we see of Hawkins in Season 3 was taken from about right here, just above the red lights. You can see the exact same Oak Street sign right there in the show. They didn't even change it. That second frame is about right from this angle here. You can tell that street lamp there has a different globe on it. There's an American flag sticking off of it. You can also see there was a sign hanging here, I guess, that said Radio Shack. The bracket's still there, but the sign is gone. And of course, they've changed the Radio Shack to this Liquidator's place. If you look real closely in that shot, you can even see the hole here in the glass right above that second window pane there. The very next shot is from about right here. It's got the same floor mat in the shot, that exact same floor mat. You can look at the leaf pattern on it, but there's a bunch of letters sticking out from under that door there, and it's trying to show that the town is empty because of the new mall. They took a shot of a poster from right here that said, "Save Downtown, Town Hall, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Say no to Star Court." They took that shot from right here, and you can see those light fixtures there in the background, and these benches in that shot, plus the street lights there. And there was a truck parked about the same place that SUV is parked in that. But that's the same exact shot right there. And then it immediately cuts to this shot of Millville's General Store in Season 3. Joyce pretty much runs the show, but it'll cut to this shot where you can see her car sitting right there with that Ford Explorer sitting. The flag hanging off of that brick pillar in the middle. That's it. And then the shot cuts to inside where she's hanging up that sale sign. Something interesting to note, when we were here before, you know, they had the paper up over the windows and you could still see the paneling on the inside. Well, it's being renovated, obviously, because all the paneling's down and the whole place is gutted on the inside. I don't know if that means somebody has purchased this property and is going to turn it into something else. I don't know what it means for Millville's General Store. Without giving any spoilers, we know that Joyce no longer works there, obviously, because they moved in Season 3. So this may not ever be part of Stranger Things again. After Joyce gets done talking to Hopper, it cuts to a shot from inside of the store where you can see Nancy. She comes around this corner, walking this direction, right in front of the door there. It shows some back and forth shots of her walking down this exact sidewalk right here. And I'm not going to focus too much attention on the stuff that I've already done for the other video, unless it was part of season 3. So if there's a specific scene in season 3 that I may have already done, then we'll go ahead and do it again. Just to recap, this was the Hawkins Public Library, the exterior of it anyways. And there's that famous shot where Hopper's truck is parked outside of it here. And then there, later on, it was inside of the Upside Down, and it had all the tentacle things all over it and everything. Over here, this was the movie theater that said Nancy the Slut Wheeler on a marquee up above it there in the tavern.
Nancy!
I can't believe it.
Of course, this is the infamous door that they spray painted, and you can see Nancy walking around this corner right here with that Rental Solutions in the background.
Wait!
Shut up, Seth.
Oh! What is wrong with you?
I covered all of that in my other video, so if you like Stranger Things Season 1, definitely check that one out as well. You can't see the Stranger Things filming locations without coming to Hawkins Middle School / High School. You can't. Even though Season 3, they really didn't spend much time at the school. In fact, in Season 3, they only did like a little flashback scene from the school, and that was it. Nevertheless, we stopped to see Hawkins Middle School once again for ourselves. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time covering it all. If you want to see Hawkins Middle School and High School, if you want to see all those scenes, watch that video, because I detailed all of these buildings, what classrooms they used, where the ballroom was, where they had the dance, where Mike and Eleven shared their first kiss, where the bullies picked on them on the other side of the building here. I detailed all of that in the other video, so definitely go check that out. Again, not spending a bunch of time here at the school. It's all, I've already done it all before. But you can't really do a Stranger Things filming location without stopping here, because this was such a pivotal part of season 1 and 2. The next location is the town of Hawkins City Hall. You may recall Hopper first has to come and deal with the protesters standing right outside of it. He later has to come back and he gets into a fight with Mayor Klein. There's one shot you can see where Hopper pulls right up here in front of the building. You can see those same designs on the windows. You can also see these 2 poles on the side. That light fixture there was removed for filming. But that's it. That is Hawkins City Hall. It's actually the East Point, Georgia City Hall. You can see Hopper getting out of his vehicle. You can actually see the blue handicap marker here, and you can see that building with that white steeple there right behind him. He gets out of the vehicle right here, and the camera pans around as he and Joyce walk up to enter into the City Hall. This is probably the only City Hall I've ever seen in my life that has a chain and padlock keeping its doors closed. Those interior shots were filmed inside of here. They did film that inside of this building. Obviously you can't get in to see it though. The next location up on our Stranger Things Season 3 filming location adventure, they actually did not use it very much in Season 3. It was mainly part of the earlier seasons. And I have been here before. I did come in the other video. I just stopped by for a minute to see Hawkins Lab. It's the Hawkins Lab. This is closer than I was able to get last time. Anyway, I wasn't even able to get out of the car last time. There she is. In Season 3, they don't actually come here much for Season 3 at all. Joyce and Hopper come for one episode, and it's where Hopper gets attacked by the Arnold Schwarzenegger looking guy. And that's it.
Hello?
Hopper pulls up under these walkways here above us because it's raining. They go around to the back of the truck and get the bolt cutters. Then they walk up under this covered walkway here right beside the building. Right up to the double doors where they cut the lock and go inside. They actually play a trick on us here, and they flip the camera so that they walk in from the opposite side. It's kind of crazy.
Hello?
The rain is upon us. It is here. I'm gonna attempt to launch the Mavic real quick and hope that I can get some shots and get it back down before the rain actually consumes us. Good shot from right here. Look at this trailer right here. It's for a shooting. The crew thrones. I just talked to a crew member. The next season of Ozark is shooting here. If you watch Ozark, the next season that comes out, you will get to see Hawkins Lab. Next up on our Stranger Things Season 3 filming locations, and I know you probably won't recognize it by what's behind me because it looked a lot different in the show. It looked a ton different. Maybe you'll recognize it by looking. Does that ring any bells? This was the factory where Billy got taken over by the Mind Flayer, and all the people that were being seduced by the Mind Flayer were kept inside of there, and then eventually he busted out into the giant monster. Okay. On the video, it made it look like just a 2-lane small road. It's not. It's a 4-lane highway here. Oh wow, there's even goats living on the property. Look at the goats. If you look right there, you can see where they had the sign that said Brimworks. Yeah, this one, I will tell you, this one was very, very tough to find. I had to search Google Maps. I had to scour the internet trying to find a generalized location where it could have been. It took a lot of work to find this location, a lot of work. The next location on our Stranger Things Season 3 filming locations is the Hawkins Community Pool. You might recall, if you've seen Season 3 already, this is where Billy worked at. All the women goo-gooed over him. He would come out as a lifeguard. We made it into the pool.
Except for my shoes, looks the same. You're shaking like tremble.
You might recall Billy, when it was his time to be on guard, he would come out of that door, start walking around this way.
Showtime.
Right here would have been where all the moms were sitting. Mrs. Wheeler hanging out right there.
Afternoon, ladies.
Afternoon, Billy.
Dig the new suit, Mrs. Wheeler.
Thank you.
Billy would have walked over to this lifeguard chair. That's where he would have sat. This is where he told the heavyset kid to quit running around his pool. Right here. Said he told him he'd be banned for life if he didn't quit running.
Hey, lord ass! No running on my watch. You want to be banned for life, lord ass?
This is the same umbrella, the same lifeguard umbrellas they had on the chairs for the show. I like how they have the old style lettering here above the doors, say men and women.
Okay, so we wait until the pool.
Of course, the sauna scenes and all of that stuff, none of that was filmed here at this pool. All of that was filmed across the street at the movie studio. They had their chairs set up right here when Il and Max come in asking about the other lifeguard.
Excuse me?
No one in the water until 30 minutes after the last strike.
Yeah, we don't care. We're not here to swim.
You can see my lenses flaring up. It's raining on us. We've come all this way to get these locations. We're not going to let it hold us back because we still have several more to go. Moving on to the next spot. A lot of season 3 takes place here, right here in this cabin, Hopper's cabin.
Joyce!
When there's no filming going on, it's an escape room that's put on by the owners here at this pumpkin patch.
What the hell are you doing?
I need to borrow these.
No, you're not going back there.
So we can't really go in and mess with anything.
Joyce!
And now we have made it to the Hawkins Post. During season 3, Nancy and Jonathan, they're in and out of here all season long. In one of the scenes, they walk right up this sidewalk here.
Look, all I'm saying is, what harm is there in asking?
And in another one, they walk right out of the Hawkins Post from this door.
Look, I just don't know if this is such a good idea anymore.
And lastly, you may recognize this because Nancy walked down this ramp in episode 1 when she was bringing them food.
Someday won't it ever, and someday pass on by. I'll be working here forever.
Finally, the last place on our Stranger Things season 3 filming location is the main location used for filming. And yes, I am talking about the Starcourt Mall. It's actually Gwinnett Place Mall right near Atlanta, Georgia. You won't be bringing your hoverboard into Starcourt Mall. They just don't allow it. So we're inside Starcourt Mall, and they have big signs up that say no photos or video in this area. I'm gonna try to point the camera that way and get a couple of shots, but they're just now tearing down the sets. Even though it was filmed probably a year ago, they're just now tearing it down. You can still see Scoops Ahoy. You can still see the Rockin' Horse. We're up on the 2nd level here, and you can see the roof. This is where the Mind Slayer, the big monster version of him, comes through the roof there. They're just now taking down the sets. Everything's here. Look at this. You can see Scoops Ahoy off in the distance there.
Oh no, that was mature.
And if you look up here closer to us, you can even see the Rockin' Horse. It's sitting right there. The Rockin' Horse, they hear the music and they match it up with the recording. It's sitting right there on the left.
Hey, Steve, what are you doing?
It's a quarter. Do you have a quarter?
They have obviously taken down the Star Court and replaced it with Gwinnett. This entrance, however, this is the entrance where 2 pivotal scenes were filmed. Early on in the season, 11 and Max are inside shopping, and they come out the doors. They see Mike and Lucas and Will right here getting their bicycles ready. They're getting ready to leave the mall. Well, they approach one another, standing right here. 11 tells him, "I dump your ass."
Does that even make sense?
Isn't this a nice surprise? I dump your ass.
The second pivotal scene came the very last episode, the Battle of Star Court. Nancy pulls her station wagon right up here to the front door, and they all run out and are gonna get in the station wagon, but it doesn't crank. They look out into the parking lot. Billy is sitting right out here with his car running, ready to go. That is going to do it for this epic Stranger Things Season 3 filming locations videos. We got to see a lot of cool places. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I really appreciate all of you watching. Thank you so much. Once again, I just want to say thank you for watching. I will see you again tomorrow from here in Georgia. I have a story to tell tomorrow. I hope you have a great day. So after driving almost 500 miles today to all the different Stranger Things filming locations for Season 3, it's almost over. This is what I'm having to deal with. You got to love Atlanta, and it's completely stopped on the interstate traffic.